Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. I'm making this recording just for the simple fact that I finally got to watch and break down the film on this game. And many of you wanted to drum Drew Lock out for Teddy Bridgewater and at the same time ignore the glaring difficulties facing Bridgewater because of this offensive line that cannot support a quarterback like that. Saying that, oh, it's good enough. And all I saw was breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. And you choose to still ignore it like it doesn't exist. And it looks like, the 2016 season with Tremor Simeon with, the turnstile of defenders coming through. Also, you guys wanted to drum Drew Lock out because your vile hatred for him. I didn't want him, but I don't. You don't put me in your camp because you guys just blew it all out of proportion. Watching Drew Lock come in, he definitely brought this offense to life. He was making throws that Teddy couldn't make, getting the ball quickly, and that's why things were starting to click. But what I really want to discuss is the ineptitude of Shurmur and you people who cheerled getting rid of the other offensive coordinator, Scangarello, and you cheerled that, and you just had to have Shurmur. You guys really don't even say much about him. Okay, but I provided, when he got hired, rants by the Giants, okay, Giants fans. And they pointed all the same things we're having to deal with, but this has to be said. I'm listening to sports talk radio make excuses for covering up for John Elway because there is no way you're going to tell me in any universe that Vick Fangio, when he was hired, of course, I was the person that said he was strictly hired as a defensive coordinator. That after looking at what John Elway did with Vance Joseph, okay, trying to run the whole team, he realized I can't do the defense. I can't run the defense. Okay, at least he still wants to pick players like Surtain, which George Payton said he picked. So stop it. Stop enough already. But this idea that Fangio wanted Shurmur is the biggest bunch of bullshit that ever came down the turnpike. I can guarantee you, Fangio isn't the guy that's going to be having sleepless nights worrying about being the Kansas City Chiefs, 3 wide receiver sets. That's not the guy. That's not his MO. Matter of fact, everybody admits that he didn't even have anything to do with I was right all along. That he had nothing to do with the offense. He wasn't even interested because he's told, John, this is John Elway's baby. Then, as a consultant, George Payton is brought in. More like a consultant to John Elway. But nobody wants to look at that. So Flacco and Scangarello get into it with, I guess, to some degree with Fangio, but in a bigger degree with John Elway. Truth, no. Okay? So it's come to this. In watching this game, the whole Shurmur hire, I got to bring this up because what I notice is a lot of you want to run the ball, but what you guys also do not want to say is that we need to see more tight end sets. Okay, nobody says that. Now, Drew Lock. Well, first of all, you're ignoring the offensive line. That gets Teddy Bridgewater killed. I mean, literally. It looks to me to be a severely strained neck. Hopefully that's the best outcome. But you guys it was just breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. But y'all want to just ignore that. Okay, gets him killed. Okay, Drew Lock comes in and really starts to ignite this offense up. The jump ball to Patrick was absolutely right because they have a rapport. He knows, and he put it where Patrick can get that, and only Patrick because he's outsized the DB. Okay, we're going to get into Shurmur. I'm leading up to this, okay, about getting into Shurmur. But I'm going to say, so Drew Lock's leading this whole way. Now, what I noticed in this game was that the Cincinnati Bengals were having a very hard time dealing with the tight ends. So what does Shurmur do? He ignores that, like he did the running. Everybody finally got on board with that. We, again, were one of the first people that said that, but finally people got on board. But what Shurmur never does, and he's not known to do it, is use tight ends. They wanted to get away from that, the Rich Scangarello. But in this game, with the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cincinnati defense was really struggling with the tight ends. I just wanted to bring that up. That's a very important point. And because Shurmur can't go back to what works. It's just hard for him to do that. One of the biggest complaints Giant fans had, when I posted those rants. So Locke drives him down, gets a touchdown, and then Simmons single-handedly takes the sails out of the Denver Broncos with his, and I always say, if you've been listening to me, I say attack Justin Simmons on the regular. Do it. Because he plays so soft. And that touchdown he let up was exactly why they went after him, because they know how soft he plays, and easy touchdown. Easy touchdown. Then what do they do for the extra point? They go after him again. I would do it too. And Boyd, it was all on him that dropped it. Simmons just grabbed him by the waist. He happened to drop the ball. That's the only reason that even happened. It was on him. So Simmons, that you all cheer and love so much, we've had many problems. We broke down film. We showed it so many times that this guy isn't worth a dollar they gave him. Okay, way overpaid. So he single-handedly takes the air out of the sails. Okay, Locke brings him right back down again, and the running, and the running. We're ignoring the use of the tight ends. What does Shurmur do? He draws up an RPO play. Well, let me tell you something. Locke has worked really hard at being a hybrid pocket bootleg quarterback, okay, who has some arm strength and a rapport with these tight ends. But damned be history for Shurmur. Instead of the run up the gut that went nowhere with Gordon, who's being overused, again, why? Because he's a John Elway player, right? Why could we not at least fake that run? Okay, and I know this is after the fact, but this was something I was asking during the game. It was like, where are these tight ends? Just like you ask, where's the running game? Where are the tight ends? How come we're not utilizing them? You got two of them. Can we just fake this run? Okay, the run before the RPO, and then you weak-minded people who have so much hate and vile in yourself, you're blaming Locke for saying he's selfish for doing what he's told. Thank God Locke didn't have to play this season. He didn't have to play for that moron, that friggin' idiot. Okay, that you all cheerled. Okay, a lot of you cheerled that because you wanted to get Rich Scangarello out of here. Okay, that was on you. Now you're wanting to fire more, get Fangio, and there goes the defense and all that. But that's okay. Well, we'll probably just get more Shurmur. More of the same. More of the same. Okay, that's because that's what you want. That's what some of you, you toxic son of a bitches want. So, why don't we just, fake this run because they're all expecting the run. Get Noah Fant or Albert O involved, and so, again, Locke has such a good rapport with him in the red zone. Why don't we at least give that a try? I'm not saying that it's going to make a touchdown, but it's the odds of that scoring and working, getting back in that game, is way up here instead of running something that Locke isn't an RPO guy. You ask yourself, who do these people even have a mind? Do they have two brain cells to run together? So, I just want to put this out here because I watched this, and with Teddy Bridgewater, the line just breaking down and breaking down and breaking down all the time. Finally got him killed. I mean, he's been hurt all year because of that. But you guys all wanted this teddy ball is what y'all wanted, right? So I'm just here to say you got what you wanted. And there goes my computer. Went into screensaver mode. Okay, you all got what you wanted. So don't bitch. Okay, don't bitch. I don't know where your mind is that you're going to get some guy to come here when there's not an owner. You want to always put carts in front of horses with some of you people. Why don't you first get an owner who's committed to not being Elway, not meddling, and let, for instance, George Payton do his job? Okay, you're not going to have you're going to take a hit on defense. Okay, you're going to take that hit because you're, again, like you wanted Scangarello out of town, you're going to want Fangio out of town. You're going to take that hit, and you better want to get rid of Shurmur too. That's all I can say. And you better not get somebody like him, or it's just going to be more of the same. So it's all up to you. You better start putting your thinking cap on a little bit and think about what you're doing. Maybe you should get the owner first. Make sure we're not meddling. Okay, we have no meddling. And start deciding what identity you want first. What do you really want as an identity as an offense? What identity do you want as a defense? Because you're going to lose that. That's gone. That's going to be gone. So, and then go get the coach, because I can't imagine a coach wanting to go to a team that doesn't have an owner. We're wondering, like, I can't meet the owner. I want to meet the owner after the fact, after I've been hired. I can't. I'm not going to meet an owner who really wants me. You never factored that in. None of you, sports talk radio, none of you people did. But I just looking at that, it's just the ineptitude, and then blame going everywhere then except where it should go. Okay, we've witnessed this all year long. So is it going to be more of the same, but just with new names, rearranging deck chairs like we've done now since Peyton Manning's left? You're not getting Aaron Rodgers. You're not getting. Wilson came out and said, I'm not going there. You got to get it through your head. You better start coming up with an identity. Start buckling down and developing that, and show some stick-to-itness. And show you're not a bunch of fucking morons. Okay? That's my rant.